Hello everybody, welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. This is your daily Vlogmas. Your Vlogmas Daily. Daily Vlogmas. How are you today? I hope you're well. So what I wanted to talk about today, because today's just going to be a talky vlog, which a lot of them are going to be. Because, you know, my life is not that exciting. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about was Hairspray. Hairspray Live. It was on NBC, I think 2 days ago? The day before yesterday? Might have been yesterday? I don't know. I can't remember anymore. So, no, it couldn't have been yesterday. It was the day before yesterday, so it was Wednesday. Wednesday the 7th? Yes, Wednesday the 7th, I think. Might have been the 6th. Anyway, I digress. So I wanted to talk about Hairspray because when I loved musicals in high school, I did stage crew. I love musicals, I love hearing musicals, I love seeing musicals, and Hairspray is one of my favorites. I have the DVD from when the one came out in like 2000 whatevers with Zac Efron, Amanda Bynes, John Travolta, and all of them, and I loved it. I saw it on Broadway with my 8th grade class when I was in 8th grade, so that was 2008. Yeah, it was around the same time the movie came out, and I've also seen another version of it, actually, just on YouTube where someone uploaded it. I don't know if it was Broadway. It was actually very, like, big set, so it possibly could have been Broadway, but it might have been, like, an off-Broadway show. Like, it could have been a more or less budget theater, and it was very good, and I always liked it. And so I wanted to talk about this one because I really liked it, but I also didn't like it. And so I'm going to explain why. So, first of all, Edna Turnblad was great. I think his name is Harry Feinstein, Stephen Feinstein, something fine. Harvey Feinstein played Edna. He was great. The guy who played Corny was great. Jennifer Hudson is my soul. She did great. I love Kristen Chenoweth. She did great. But now people might disagree with me, and I'm not talking bad about her. But the girl who played Tracy, I believe her name is Maddie something, it sounded like she did plays in high school. She couldn't move and breathe at the same, no, that sounds horrible. One of the things I know that they always tell actors, and I remember hearing the directors at my school tell actors, is you need to get your breathing right. So when you sing and breathe, like, it's difficult, especially when you're moving around singing and breathing. Like, you know, in order to make it less breathy, you have to train yourself. And she didn't really have that. And I don't remember, but in the opening number, like, she couldn't continue. And I think that's the point where it seemed like she forgot the words. I don't think she actually forgot the words. I think she was having issues breathing, talking, and moving at the same time, which is very difficult. Like, I couldn't do it in a million years. But I wasn't trained and picked to do it on, you know, live on NBC, and it annoyed me. It was like, like, she had a good voice, but she didn't have what I wanted from Tracy. I think Nikki Blonsky, which was from the movie version, she did good. I think the best version was the one I saw on Broadway, but I don't know if that, I think it was actually, the one I saw on Broadway was one of the girls that actually came up in the movie as the Tracy impersonators, like, roles, where they said they were former actors playing Tracy. I think one of them was the one I saw, actually. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't remember the names or anything. But I thought the Broadway version, Tracy was the best, and how her voice sounded. And it didn't match up for me, and that ruined it. Your main character needs to really, you know, be able to not sound breathy when she's doing a musical, where you're dancing and singing at the same time. Like, you need to train herself. She needed more training. It really brought it down for me. The other thing, though, was, I think, sound design in general. People that I felt like should have been mic'd were not mic'd, and I understand since they're moving all the time, it's hard to get certain people with mics. If you're only here for a certain period of time, like Mr. Pinky, you know, why have them mic'd? But he was singing important lines in the song, and Welcome to the 60s, my favorite song. I couldn't hear him at all. I could barely understand. I could hear that he was, you know, saying words, like it was low enough because the, you know, up top mics and probably a parabolic mic were getting him. But you couldn't hear him, and a lot of the songs were like that, where they were like less important characters singing, but they had a pretty important part in the song, and you couldn't hear them and understand them. That's always my biggest pet peeve. I think music and sound, like, makes a show. I think you could have, I did stage crew, and I'll say it, like, you could have barely a stage and just have a person standing there, and if they can't speak to you and sound to you right, like, it ruins it. It's not as good. So that part bothered me. Who else is I don't like Ariana Grande. Like, she has a nice voice. So her being in it, her penny was like, because kind of reminded me of Muppet, actually, the way she was playing her arms. So it wasn't really that. Again, Jennifer Hudson. Oh my gosh, she was so good. She was always so good. She, like Ariana Grande, though, like to like show off when they sing, where they get a little, you know, like Jennifer Lopez a lot, which kind of annoys me, but I think Jennifer Hudson's voice just always makes up for it, because she's so good. And I just love her. But yeah, that was good. Ariana Grande sounded great, so that was good. Who else? The mother, the person playing Ariana, Penny's mother. I don't know, remember that actress's name or the character's name at the moment. Prudence? Maybe it's Prudence. I don't know. She did a good job. There's someone else who's I didn't really like them. The girl who played Amber was great. I don't think I've ever seen her in anything before. Kristen Chenoweth, who plays her mom, was, you know, great as usual. And I liked how they played off her upness. Like, I feel like they mixed it around for her for that, which I really loved. I watched it with my dad. Maybe I might have to actually pause this and go ask him, because I just can't think of who else. I don't think. Oh, Link. Link scared me. They were trying to play him off as acting like Elvis, but he looked more like a Ken doll to me. I was just like, why is you... I loved the scene though, like I can hear the bells where he freezes, and then they do the whole number, and then he refreezes. I thought that was great. That blew me away. That was a great song. I just didn't like his singing as much. I thought somehow Zac Efron just sounded better, and the guy who played him when I saw it on Broadway sounded better. I can't remember really. It doesn't stick out with me. Little Inez, girl who played Little Inez, was amazing. I loved her too. Like, you believed, like, you could feel that character. I really believed it. Seaweed was good. I didn't think he was that, like, great. Well, he didn't stand out as being awesome to me. I saw a lot of the backup dancers and singers were amazing. The ladies that were the I don't know, were they the Rockettes? The Dynamites. The Dynamites were super good. I think they said something about them being the originals. I don't know if that means the original from, like, I mean, it could have been the originals from, like, when the playwright period was thinking. But, from the original, I guess, Broadway show, which I think is awesome. I thought they sounded really good. Again, Welcome to the 60s is also my favorite. Not Welcome to the 60s is my favorite song. And I loved it. And they sounded so good, but then you couldn't hear Mr. Pinky's part, which they should have had. I don't know, they shouldn't have had him have such an important singing role if you weren't going to be able to hear him, because he was out there too far from the mic. Which it was all, you know, of course there are things you can't really stand for in theater, but they've been planning this for a while. I mean, clearly they think it a year in advance, especially knowing that, what was it called, Jennifer Lopez is going to be in Bye Bye Birdie. Which I think I got confused with a different musical. So I'm not really sure that one. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. I didn't watch the one last year either. I think it was Peter Pan or something. But I heard it was going to be Hairspray, so I was really excited to watch it. So I was, you know, I was really excited about the people I was excited to see, which was Kristen Chenoweth and Jennifer Hudson. But it was good and it was enjoyable. I don't know if I'd watch it again. I think I would go just plop in the DVD again, which I actually watched it recently. So I was inspired hearing all the commercials for it. I was like, oh, I gotta watch Hairspray. But yeah, it's like, you know, Tracy, the girl who played Tracy, I think her name's Maddie again. She did great, but just that one error in singing, of being so breathy and being hard to understand her, like, I was like, no, my Tracy, the main character Tracy. I know it's, you know, tradition to get a newcomer, but train her. Like, they could have gotten away with that. Like, it had nothing to do with her size. Like, she wasn't trained for it. And they should have worked more on that. I mean, I guess I'll put it off to nerves, but it really, like, it made me mad the whole time. I was talking about it the whole time. I was watching it. I was like, oh, she's struggling. Like, no, you need to be the greatest part of this. On side notes about it, it's probably really long already, but I'm gonna keep going anyway because I really love musicals. The sets were amazing. The sets were so good, especially since they had to obviously turn it down because they only had that area in studio to work in. Since it was all being done live where they had to move around it and stuff. That was awesome. I thought it looked great. It looked like the time period. I love the scene where Edna is on the phone while the father's in the front working on the painting the, you know, hairspray can that he's trying to do or whatever. That was that was well thought out and great. It looked beautiful. Again, I like the freezing and the I can hear the bells number. I want to compliment a lot since I got really angry about Tracy. What else? What else is really good? This is really good. Timing for everyone, like every single actor was really good. Like I laughed a lot. Like I enjoyed it. I don't know what that was. It was funny. I laughed out loud a lot. Not the jokes. They did them really well. And it was like I've heard it and seen it a million times and it still was funny to me, so that's good. That has to do with comedic timing. And good writing, of course. And what else? I think that's it. I think that's all I really have to say. I can't think of anything else that's really standing out to me. Yeah, just, you know, it's really good. I hope you guys watched it and saw it too. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. Maybe you're like, are you kidding? Maddie did so good. She was the best Tracy ever. And I'll be like, you're wrong. But she did well. She did well. It's like, I won't blame her at all for it. I'll blame the directors because they should have worked on that. That should have been a thing where they, like, when they ran through it, like, they should have been like, okay, here's something you could do for this. Like, that's a director's job, you know? Singing coaches and stuff should have helped with that. Like, I remember hearing that, and I was never an actor or an actress, or, you know, I did, like, choir when I was way younger, and I wasn't even good, and I remember hearing that, like, you need to, like, breathe through your diaphragm and do this, so you're able to do. You need to train yourself and work hard at it, because then you could, you know, move and sing and dance, and that's why musicals are so difficult. And I think they did a great job. But, that one thing bothered me, and I kind of, you know, it made me enjoy it way less. Like, I think I would have loved it if that hadn't been there. Like, that one opening number, I'm probably like, I can build some more. You know, just like, you know, I didn't care for it. Otherwise, it was great. I mean, I enjoyed it. Again, I don't really know the musical that's next year, and I don't know how much I want to watch it, but maybe I will, and maybe we'll talk about it again in next year's Vlogmas. Who knows? So, that's all for today. I hope you had a great day. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Bye! Vlogmas. Every day but Sunday, it's Vlogmas. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye-bye.